What's up, everyone? It's Mike from Nation 80 Comics Podcast, and tonight we're going to cover some of the news from this past week in the comic book industry. So let's dive right in. Alright, so first off, we have Superman and Lois Lane getting their own show on the CW. Now, honestly, I haven't seen anything like this probably since Smallville, more even deeper, probably since the adventures of Lois and Clark. I know that's dating me, but that lets you know how long it's been since we have these kind of shows. All right, so this show's going to start Tyler Hoechlin as Superman, who debuted in the 2016 season 2 premiere of Supergirl. And then it's also going to have Elizabeth Tulloch as Lois Lane, who made her first appearance in the crossover event of Elseworlds in 2018. Now, Elizabeth Tulloch, you might remember, is from the TV show Grimm that was on NBC. It was a pretty good show. So I'm looking forward to see her on the big screen again, or the small screen actually, and seeing what these two can bring into the CW Arrowverse universe. All right, moving on. We have Death of Superman, Tales from the Dark Multiverse. Now, if you've been reading DC Dark Knight's Metal, you know that the Dark Multiverse is just everything that could possibly go wrong with our superheroes. Nothing good ever comes out of this. We had the Batman Who Laughs and a bunch of other variations where Bruce Wayne just basically lost his mind and just had his way with a bunch of the Bat family, all the good guys, and just became an evil son of a bitch. All right. So now we have the death of Superman, and this tells from the Dark Multiverse. And yes, this is based off of the early 90s crossover event where Superman dies in a very controversial issue in a battle against Doomsday. So in this one, the take looks like it's going to be Lois Lane and how she deals with her grief. And from what we've seen, she's going to play as the Eradicator. Now, I don't know much about the Eradicator, but what I do know is that in the original canon, especially as it comes or relates to the Doomsday event, the Eradicator was an alien AI that took shape of Superman after his death and tried to administer basically like a Punisher like sense of justice, where not a lot of emotion involved, not a lot of second chances, just let's smash some skulls first and then ask questions later. So it looks like it's going to be pretty dope. It looks like it's going to be pretty dark. This is the Dark Multiverse, and what they've got coming out of that is pretty good. All right, moving on. We have our boy Jeffrey Wright just got cast as James Gordon in a new Batman movie, starring Zoe Kravitz and Robert Pattinson as the Batman. Now, a lot of people may be wondering why Jeffrey Wright. Well, why not? This guy's an amazing actor. He's going to be great. You might have known him from Shaft, where he played a bad guy. He also played a good guy as in the James Bond movies as Agent Felix Leiter for the CIA. And most recently, you might have seen him in the amazing TV show The Westworld. So I have no doubt that he'll do a great job with James Gordon. Okay, keeping it moving, we have HBO Max making its announcement that it's going to premiere in May of 2020. So, yes, I know this is another streaming service that we're going to get that we might have to make a decision on whether we're going to pay for or not. One of the big knocks is that it's going to cost $15 per month for ad free programming. But with that ad free programming, you're going to get 31 exclusive episodes or 31 exclusive content, programs, movies, whatever, just for HBO Max. And then by the end of next year, they hope to be up to 50 exclusive programs. Now, within that year, they are going to have a lower price tier, but that will include ads in there. Some of the things that we're excited to see about is the Green Lantern for HBO Max. And this is going to be produced by Greg Berlanti. And if that name sounds familiar, it's because he's one of the guys that wrote the original Green Lantern movie with Ryan Reynolds. And we all know that it didn't do so well, but he didn't have creative control over it. So maybe second chance given, maybe he has a little bit more control. Maybe this comes out to be a good thing. He's also the guy behind the Arrowverse and all that success at CW. It also looks like we are going to get an Adam Strange, either TV show or movie as well. Adam Strange is an obscure kind of character. It's basically a guy that's been taken out of his time, brought to a new planet via Zeta Beam, and helps the locals free their society from, a dark regime. So it could be pretty interesting. All right. So again, with that $15 a month, we're also going to get all of the live action movies that DC has put out over the last 40 years. Unfortunately, that does not include, at least for the time being, Christopher Reeve's 1978 Superman movie, which would be a darn shame because that was awesome. I remember watching that when I was a kid. I wasn't born in the 70s, I was born in the 80s, but it was an awesome movie. We also know that Joker will be released on HBO Max in next year, 2020. Looks like South Park as well has gotten a deal worth $500 million. So congratulations to Trey Parker and his homie for getting 23 seasons of the show that we all know and love and have had some interesting debates about onto HBO Max. Elizabeth Banks, we don't have a really good information or picture yet, but Elizabeth Banks is also producing a show for the channel where it's going to star superheroes or superpowered people that are in high school, and it's going to be a comedy related type of TV show. It's Elizabeth Banks, so I'm definitely going to check it out. All right, last but not least, we have Rick and Morty coming to the show. We all love Rick and Morty from Cartoon Network or Adult Swim. They will be coming to HBO Max. They will still also be on Cartoon Swim or Cartoon Network and Adult Swim, as far as we know for now. I'm not sure if they'll still be on Hulu, but it is coming to HBO Max, and season 4 is about to come out, so definitely check that out. Okay, so that's going to cut it for this week's news briefs. Be sure to check us out on episode 30 of the Nation 80s podcast with myself and Rodney, and we'll discuss more of these topics in detail, but we're going over Image Comics, so be sure to check us out, and be sure to check us out also on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and maybe even Twitch. And yeah, that's it for today, and we'll catch you in the next one. My name's Mike, and we'll see you later.